Hey guys, Dave Moore, iDaveMoore.com coming at you with another holster review. Today, it is the Go Hard holsters outside the waistband, light bearing, with a threaded barrel and suppressor sights. So to get the boring stuff out of the way, the website is gohardholsters.co. That is GEAUX holsters.co. There's no M on the end of their website. Retail price on this is $85. And really he just started making holsters, so he's got inside the waistband and outside the waistband. So I have the outside the waistband one at the moment. Now basically a lot of the stuff that I have on this holster you would have to request in the comments, as far as the threaded barrel and the low body shield. As a lot of you know, I like the low body shield as explained before, so I don't believe that comes standard. It's something that you would have to request. So moving right along with the retention. I know that's important to a lot of you, as it is to me. Retention, I'll just do a draw real quick. So the draw is nice and smooth. It doesn't hold the gun too hard. It does have a nice bit of retention there. You can really feel it when you go to draw. When you reholster it, you can hear that click, letting you know that you have seated the gun in the holster properly. So retention on this is good. It is not adjustable, it's just strictly friction fit. So fit and finish, how does it look? How does it act? Is it pretty or is it ugly? Fit and finish is pretty good. Edges are pretty smooth. There are a few hang-up points on it though. It is kind of boxy and squared off, so your shirt could get caught on one of the edges down here, but they are smooth enough that your shirt can overcome that. Other than that, edges are nice like glass, nice and rounded. Care has been taken into this holster. It isn't just straight cut and sent out. The shape of the holster itself has a nice contour to it, so it does fit around your waist very well. It's not blocky, it's not awkward, it does have a nice shape to it, so it does contour to your body very well, so to speak. Alright, so as I said, this is light bearing and with a threaded barrel, along with suppressor sights. So you've got the old trifecta there. I know it's hard to do. You seem to do it very well. It does have good friction fit on there. It's molded well, and it works. Now there are a few things that I am not a fan of, and it's no dash to him or no gash to him, whatever you want to say. But it's just my personal preference things and stuff that I like or I like to have on the holster or not have on the holster. First thing is the loops. The belt loops, as you can see, are just boxy and rectangular. Makes it hard to thread the belt through, and it's just not the type of loop that I like. Regardless of that though, they are very durable and thick loops, so you're not going to break them, you're not going to worry about bending them, anything like that. It's just the style of the loop isn't exactly what I prefer. And as I mentioned in a previous video, I am not a fan of the open bottom type holsters. This one is open where the light is, and it is open where the barrel is. Now the threaded barrel opening, not really a big deal, because you can have a 0.75 inch extended threaded barrel or a 1 inch, and this allows it to take all of those, but I do not like having it open where the light is, mainly because this is kind of stupid, but if you leave the light on, it's going to shine directly down your leg, and it's going to be very, very obvious. There's no blockage at all. If you go to grab the holster to adjust, you can push up on that light and pop the gun out of the holster. Unlikely, but it could happen. And I just don't like having the light exposed. I like to have everything encased within the holster, and I'd like to have just a little opening to let water and dirt and all that get out. Once again, not a big deal, but it's just kind of my personal preference. The last thing it's a pro and a con, I guess. It depends how you look at it. It is kind of bulky. It is kind of thick. His molding style, he just uses different shapes, so it makes the holster a little bit wider. Now, there are pros to that as well. The con is it's hard to concealed carry. If you put a shirt over it and you're carrying outside the waistband, obviously it's going to print, it's going to show. Whereas other holsters tend to fit a little bit closer to the body. This does not fit as close as those. A pro to it though, however, is if you're wearing body armor. If you go and you're wearing your plate carrier or whatever, the holster makes the gun sit further from your side. So if you're wearing a cummerbund or you just have a clip there, you're going to be able to clear it a lot easier. I've noticed with my Raven concealment, if I'm wearing a plate carrier, it tends to get hung up on that side plate. So if you plan to wear body armor a lot, then this is probably a good holster for you, because you're going to be able to easily clear that. In my mind, this is kind of more of a duty style holster, even though it is not a retention holster, but it does fit more like a duty holster would fit. One other thing that it could be a pro or a con depending on who you are. Some people I've talked to as a pro, and for me, I'm not a huge fan of it, but it is this. It can easily move back and forth. Now, a pro to that is you need to get into your pocket. You can move the holster back, get into your pocket. A con to that is once you start moving around, and if you get knocked on the ground or you're shooting from your back, that holster can slide back, and then you're going to miss your holstering point, i.e., you always expect it to be here, but it's moved back. So now you're having to kind of search for it. Once again, don't know if that's going to affect you or not, but it's just something that kind of annoys me a little bit. But all in all, this holster is probably something that I'm going to use when I'm wearing my plate carrier, something that I'm at the range or I'm training with my rifle or something. This is going to help out a lot, because all the other holsters I have sit the gun very close to my body, and it's hard to get that around the side piece of a plate carrier. So all in all, I like it. It is very well made. It does have some downfalls that I'm not a fan of, but are those going to affect the performance of the holster? Not really. So it comes down to if it bothers you or not. But I can't really complain about the holster too much, because it does work. It does have a nice snug fit, and is going to fill a void that I've been missing, and that is having a holster while wearing a plate carrier. So all in all, good to go. Like I said, it's Geaux, Geaux, HARD holsters.co, not .com. Retail is $85, and if you don't find the options on the website, make sure to put them in a comment, like threaded barrel, low body shield, stuff like that, and that way he can make it, because I don't think the website has all of those options at the moment. So that's it for today, guys. GeauxHardHolsters.co, idavemore.com. Check me out, and see you guys next time. Keep shooting.
Yeah.